YouTube has now started to artificially slow down video load times if you use Firefox. Is this actually true? Let's test it ourselves. Let's watch it. They've added an artificial 5-second delay here. All right, let's test it ourselves. I mean, I guess I might as well just pick one of these up, right? Okay. Sure seems like this one works. All right, let's go to the next one.
Now on the YouTube...
Okay, that one worked just fine. All right, let's try this one here.
Well, let me tell you something.
All right, that one worked.
Well, let me...
That one worked. Let's see. We'll try one more that's not DSP. Character creation, Baldur's Gate 3. Okay, instantly worked. All right, so it's a bullshit post. Yeah, all right, so it's bullshit. There it is. You think it's A/B testing, so they're only applying it to some people? So wait a second. You think that you can discern that they're doing A/B testing, and you can discern their intent from one singular point on a graph, even though whenever I put another point on a graph, meaning that half of the data means that this isn't happening, that you, instead of saying maybe this person isn't actually having this effect because of ad block on Firefox, and maybe in fact it's something that's separate, maybe with their browser or who the fuck knows what. This is an automatic thing. You are jumping to like step 7 before you even think about steps 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Like, this is insane. You have one point on a graph and people are trying to draw a line with it. What the fuck are you doing? You are too? No, I'm not. I'm saying it's not guaranteed that it's happening. I'm saying it's not happening. It's bullshit. Because they're not doing it to everybody in Firefox. Now, you're right. There is a chance, you are right. There is a chance they are doing A/B testing, and this is not affecting every single individual right now, and they are testing to see how users will interface with the website based off of that. You are right if that's the case, but nobody has any data to prove that. Nobody has any information on this. Nobody knows this. You're making it up. I have no problem talking about this as if it's real whenever we see more people that have had this experience. But I find one person who is not able to load the crab song on YouTube not an indication that YouTube is trying to create some broad, like throttling program for Firefox. This is an insane reach. And especially, again, I would go with it if it was happening to me and it happened to everybody else. But that's not what's happening. This is just bullshit. People are they're rage baiting. They're in a fucking frenzy about this problem. And because they're so upset and mad about it, they'll believe anything. They'll believe anything without even thinking. YouTube's teaming up with a goddamn globalist. True. People updo this. It's actually like, this is misinformation. This is, gentlemen, fake news. All right? It's right here. This is the fake news at work. And I want to let you guys know something, okay? You need to be even more skeptical because everybody's skeptical about hearing things that they disagree with, right? But think about, why did the Trojan horse get into Troy? Well, it's because people thought it was a good thing. So whenever you get something that agrees with you, those are the Trojan horses. Those are the ones that you need to be even more discerning about. Those are the ones that you need to be even more careful about, because if you let this shit get into your head, you're going to let people take advantage of you. It's confirmation bias. You're exactly right. Skeptical about everything. This is where you should start. Everything that you read is not true. Period. Everything you read. If you read something, it's probably not true. And then you work towards learning if it is true or not. YouTube actually made a statement about this, and we're going to look at it. Now, I don't know why it is, but like my viewers have like this crusade to get me to like admit that them using ad block is a good thing and that YouTube should be okay with them using ad block. I don't know why it is that these people on my subreddit are just like so constantly like fixated on trying to like prove that like, oh, it's actually good for us to use ad block. It's the most cringe fucking shit ever. Like any update that comes out with this kind of stuff, There's like 5 different posts on my subreddit, and I have to sit here and talk about every single fucking one of them. So this is an article that was written by somebody who needs ad revenue. And he wrote this article. He says, YouTube has been cracking down on ad blockers and also appears to be slowing down its loading times for users on Mozilla Firefox's browser. Loading up youtube.com is something many folks do on a daily basis. That process has been weirdly slow for some, especially on Firefox. Redditor VK_ posted a video. So this is the person that he's using as evidence for this article, right? And then even inside of this post, it's been removed by the moderators for being bullshit, and multiple people in the comments are saying that it's not true. So what you have is one person who spreads misinformation, and then other people write articles on the misinformation that was spread by a single Redditor, and now it's a talking point for the entire internet. Like, this is journalism now, guys. This guy has 1 point on a graph with something that was disproven. If you just scroll down in the article itself, or sorry, the Reddit post itself that he's citing, it's just nuts to get clicks. Yeah, it's an ecosystem of bullshit. It is. So isn't that illegal? My understanding is that it is illegal, and I don't know what the details are. At least it is in the EU, and it's not happening. So what is happening, however, is that they did actually make a statement about this to a website, Android Authority. YouTube blames ad blockers for slow load times, and it has nothing to do with your browser. So YouTube has clarified and confirmed that users who continue using ad blockers may experience suboptimal viewing. So this is exactly what they said. This is what YouTube said explicitly. To support a diverse ecosystem of creators globally and allow billions to access their favorite content on YouTube, we've launched an effort to urge viewers with ad blockers enabled to allow ads on YouTube or try YouTube Premium for an ad-free experience. Users who have ad blockers installed may experience suboptimal viewing regardless of the browser that they're using. So this had nothing to do with Firefox. This entire thing was built on a lie. A lie that was disproven immediately after it was posted, and I even tested it on stream myself, and it wasn't even true. It's so sad to me that people care so much about an agenda that they will just ignore reality. You don't update your browsers, maybe? Like, it's just, and this is what's so astonishing, is that people they've already made up their mind that it's true. So instead of actually thinking about why something isn't true, even though all of the other evidence points to it not being true, they have to invent imaginary scenarios in their mind that hypothetically could mean that they could still be right. They're not thinking about it logically at all. It's so sad. It's confirmation bias. Yeah, it is. Notice all day, watched an anchor for 5 years. Due diligence and reporting has gone out the window. It's all about how fast you get something out, no matter if you fact-checked it or not. Yeah, it's just, there's no... This is just, it's embarrassing. Honestly, it's really genuinely embarrassing. All companies do experiment testing where some people see things and some people don't. Not that you're not wrong, but that it's not a valid test that you did. Well, you understand that, like, if you want to say that they're doing A/B testing and I wasn't selected, that's totally fine for you to say that. But you have 2 points on a graph. One person is saying it's happening and the other person is saying it's not happening. And based off of one person saying it's happening, which is half of the people, it's 2 people, you are creating an entire narrative out of that with no foundation at all. Like, basically, somebody wrote one word on a page, and you finish the book. There's zero evidence of them slowing it down. There is zero evidence of them slowing down Firefox explicitly. There is evidence that they are slowing down all browsers. But to say that they are doing it to Firefox explicitly is not the case. So let's go ahead and move past that at this point, right? So we all know that they are slowing down all browsers. YouTube even said this. They literally said they're slowing down all browsers if you're using AdBlock. So, I'm going to be honest. I don't think this is really a problem. I think if YouTube, wants to make you wait 5 extra seconds to watch a video, it's not that big of a deal. People are making a mountain out of a molehill here. This is their right to do that. Like, people are so entitled to free content. They're going up in a frenzy about having to wait 5 seconds to watch a video for free. This is such an absurd level of entitlement that I can't believe that these are real people, real adults that are acting like this. It's not free content. They sell every bit of your info and use it to show you ads. No, because you can just look at it from off the, what do you call it? From not being logged in. And also, there's plenty of other ways, like especially in the EU, you can have it to where they can't track your data. So, like, that's not even entirely true. And also, you using that, you're not spending any money doing this. This is a free service. And yes, you're right, they use your data, but it costs you no money. Who fucking cares? Yeah, what are you talking about? It can still track you. Well, then don't go to the website. It's not just one ad, though, man. The YouTube app is basically unusable on your phone. There's just too much clutter. That's not true. I use the YouTube app every single day. It's totally fine. I don't have that problem at all. Just press skip ad. Yeah, exactly. Don't go to the website. It's a silly response. People are upset because they like YouTube and it makes it less enjoyable to use. It's their right to do so, but it sucks more for the consumer. No, it is a silly response. You can't expect to remove the only way that they can monetize you directly, right? They can maybe sell your data or something like that, depending on what country you're in. But, like, no. Like, you can't just say, I don't want to see any ads, and I'm going to download something to not see any ads, and if you try to stop me from doing that, you're in the wrong. No, you're not. You're completely in the wrong for that. It's not even a question. Now, you can have an opinion, and you can think whatever you want, but all I'm saying is that this perspective is stupid. It's stupid and entitled. You are not entitled to use YouTube. People are acting like YouTube is some sort of fucking 1984. There's a 5-second delay if you use ad block. And it's not even happening for everybody. It's happening for some people. This is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Well, it's not, but it's just stupid. The 5 seconds is a side effect. The real thing it's doing is checking if you load a small video that's hosted like an ad. Yeah, I think so. So ad blockers can't just skip the 5-second pause. Yeah. YouTuber Mental Outlaw got the receipts. What is this here? He's got the source code for YouTube with the code snippet that delays loading. No, we've already determined that it's real. I just didn't think that it was only for Firefox. Because it's a very big difference, in my opinion, saying that YouTube is delaying it just for one browser. Like, that's a huge difference, right? That's like a whole legal difference, anti-competitive, it's massive. But if they're delaying it for every browser, then it's a completely different thing. So that's why. It's not about right or wrong. If you use AdBlock, they do not benefit by having you as a customer. Do you think Walmart would miss shoplifters that decided not to come to their stores? Well, I think that ultimately, YouTube is not it's not a utility. You're not really paying for it. And if YouTube wants to delay you seeing a video for 5 seconds because you have actively downloaded something to prevent them from making money, I think that that's completely reasonable. And I think that they're totally in their right to do that. I think that they're completely justified in doing that. Is you agree with you, but on this one? I would like to hear why. So stealing information is justified too? How did they steal it? When did it get stolen? You agree to it. Yes, you agree to it. Like, it's just... Bro, internet users like these... And this is the thing. Bro, the internet users that get fixated on this kind of stuff are the most insufferable group of loser idiots on the entire fucking internet. Because they're constantly trying to morally justify something that doesn't make any sense. They're constantly looking for validation for doing something that's obviously dumb. Thinking something that's obviously fucking dumb. It's so sad. You should know yourself that EULA is not exactly enforceable in court. I didn't say it was. When did I ever say that? People don't understand the concept of service when the service is nearly monopolized. There are a number of other websites. This person is spamming. Actually, why do we even have a spammer? I'm not even going to read your message. Exactly, just ad block. Companies already got their bag. Let us spend our time the way we want, watching dumb ads. We want not to watch dumb ads. It'd be different if ads was teaching us how to do CPR and other shit, but no. It's not your right to dictate the way another business behaves. Like, you don't have the right to tell a business that you are not allowed to show advertisements. Now, there are rules like that, but you don't have the right to do that. Imagine if you did. EULAs can't be enforced in court. I think that sometimes they can be, but not always, and usually not. That's my understanding. Is there a question of legality? Yeah. People don't want to wait 5 seconds for a video. They should turn off the ad blocker and watch a 30-second ad on every new video. Well, usually you can, usually for me, you can skip any 30-second ad. I've never had an ad on my phone that I couldn't skip after 5 seconds if it was a 30-second ad. It's my right to block malware served on Google's dogshit ads, but you're not doing it because it's malware. You'd be ad blocking even if it wasn't adware. Let's be honest. Have you seen Take-Two's comment of paying each hour to game? No, I haven't seen that. Chatters are so entitled. Yeah. Just tired of anything entertainment-oriented being gated by paywalls, so I try to use ad blocks or torrents to skip the paywalls. Some is okay, but the bloat... I just don't, I don't understand the mentality of a person like this. I'm tired of anything entertainment-oriented being gated by paywalls. Why do you think that you're entitled to free labor? I don't understand that. Why are you entitled to free labor? Can you explain why that is? I'm tired of paying for groceries. Yeah, I am too. Let's just steal them. Why are companies entitled to our time? They're not. You don't have to watch. How can somebody make an argument and not even think about what the response is going to be? I'm not. Just everything has to cost so much, or there are too many ads. Well, why can't you just not watch it? I don't understand. Being gated by paywalls. I don't like this either. Things that are gated by paywalls, so I don't spend the money on it. I don't get it. Everything costs... you could use this logic for anything. Something better to do? Yeah, this is nuts, man. Perspectives from a multimillionaire. We're all broke, working class Asmon. You're not. Let me read this. Let me actually make sure this person didn't say anything else. No, I didn't. Okay. You are illiterate. You don't understand what's being discussed. And because you don't understand what's being discussed, you're banned. If you're illiterate, you probably don't understand the context of the conversation. You're probably stupid. And guess what? You probably don't really understand what's being talked about. Was he too poor to watch an ad? Check out the Mental Outlaw video. It was adding... This had nothing to do with ad block, just the engine your browsers are running on. It was for all non-Chromium browsers. I thought there were people that reported this happening to them even in Google Chrome. That's true, isn't it? It's on Chrome, yes. So if it's on all Chromium, if it's only on non-Chromium browsers, then why is it happening to people in chat whenever they're on Chrome? The video is 10 minutes? No. Why do I have to watch the video? It did happen to me on Chrome? Yeah. A lot of people are saying that. They're lying. We can say the same about y'all saying Firefox is slowed down? Yeah. I mean, it's obviously it's not. Okay, so everybody in chat is lying. Is that what you're saying? Every single person in chat is lying. Someone says, you're such a privileged retard. You can suck corporate cod all you want. Non-privileged people like yourself are tired of being nickel and dime for every little thing in society, especially when it's because corporations need infinite profit margins. They don't exist paycheck to paycheck like you seem to imply. They won. Listen, buddy. You're not a revolutionary. You're never going to be a revolutionary. You're not fighting against injustice. You're blocking an ad because you're too impatient to watch a YouTube video about something that probably is just going to make your life at best neutral, but probably worse. You're never going to do any... You're not accomplishing anything. You're not doing anything. This isn't helping anybody. You're just being a loser because you're mad that you have to watch a 5-second ad to watch a free video. You're mad about corporations. That's totally fine. You have every right to be mad about corporations. But just because you don't like corporations doesn't mean that it's okay to effectively just completely forego their profit model and intentionally ignore it. Well, explain yourself. This, oh, wait, 1 second. Video's 10 minutes, it's not. The guy's like 500k subs and the video has 500k views. Is he lying? He explained it's a non-Chromium specific issue, which specifically only Firefox. This is your bad. Stupid. We already determined that it happened on Chrome as well. And YouTube said it happened to everybody. You're just making shit up. And you're using an argument that because a person has a lot of views on a video, that then it's right. You're just stupid. You're not worth listening to. Let's see what this person says. You're a consumer, but also a creator, which makes you biased. If creators are a sponsor that ads, then ads shouldn't be necessary. There should be an option to use platform ads. Why do you think that you have the right to determine how somebody else, how many... Do you think that you have the right to tell somebody how many ads they can use? That's outrageous. This is an insane level of entitlement. And I can't believe that people are thinking like this. It's so sad. People have the right to complain about a product being offered. Everybody has a right to complain about it. But you have to have, like, if you have an illogical perspective, nobody else is entitled to care about it. This is just crazy. This is ridiculous. It is. These people are so sad. You're saying people can't even say they have an issue with this? I'm saying that the logic that people use to arrive at the concern they have is bad logic. This person's just gonna get banned. That's whatever. Entitled Andes. Yeah, this is very sad. Unclear why people make excuses for this. Yeah, exactly. What about net ads for viewers? Like I have ad block on PC but not on phone. Decompiles the code and shows the timeout delay. Watch the video. I'm not going to watch the video whenever tons of people have said that they had the delay on Chrome as well, and even YouTube said it's on everywhere. Why would I do that? Like, it doesn't even make sense. Tons of people, stop bullshitting. There was at least probably 50 people that said that. I think 50 is enough. I'm not mad at all. Just making the claim that creators should have the option to use the platform ads or their own ads. Well, shouldn't they have the option to use both? Like, if a content creator, like, yeah, they should of course have the option to use both. Use their own ads or platform ads. Why not? Why don't they have the right to monetize their content the way they choose to? No, there's no reason to lie. YouTube does. Of course people have a reason to lie. These kids are probably super entitled. They get to watch free content all day long and only have to watch a couple of ads. I just wish they would say, okay, I don't want to watch ads. Boom, you're banned. I bet they would start watching ads then. Oh, of course. Yes, but that's where consumers are having problems with platform ads. I understand that you have a problem with the platform ads, but why is the solution for that? Like, okay, so this is what I consider unethical. And we've had this conversation a lot. I think that it is unethical to, like, a company puts out a product and the product has a monetization structure. It is not ethical for you to say, I choose not to interact with your monetization structure and I am going to consume the content for free. I do not find that to be ethical at all. And the reason why is because if everybody had done that, you wouldn't have the content in the first place and the website wouldn't exist. It's that simple. Monetization structure is destroying the platform? No, it's not. YouTube is massively popular. What are you talking about destroying the platform? What? No stuff, damn it. I'm not being disrespectful. It's where consumers are in problems with platform ads. Makes me biased. I have an argument claiming you're biased as a creator. Oh, you're illiterate. You're banned. It's sad. Yep, there we go. Another one. Person saying that I am biased and I have some sort of agenda with this or something like that. Why I'm streaming on a channel with no ads. He's attacking my integrity. and then he doesn't even know what he's saying. It doesn't even make any sense. No, I'm not going to waste my time with that. I don't get why people are saying that you're privileged. I think you're very well grounded. Of course I am. Well, the reason why they say that is because they're constantly mad because they're poor or they don't have any money. So anytime a person that has money or is in a position that they think that they should be in tells them something they disagree with, they mauled out on it like crazy. That's the reason. Why can't I just appeal to egotism to save myself time on my life to not having spent money on ads? I think that's totally fine. Like, if you want to do something that is that's unethical, that's okay. But I just don't know why people on my subreddit, like, you guys are never going to convince me that being able to use ad blocker is somehow ethical. And I don't think that you're actually making a real distinction between websites that have ethical versus unethical ads. I actually think the idea that just because YouTube has some ads that are scams I think that has nothing to do with why these people use ad block. And if every single ad on YouTube was completely authentic and never a scam, they would still be using ad block just as much. I think they're just using that as a defense against something that is obviously unethical. And again, you can do it. Do whatever you want to do. But don't, like, stop trying to come to me and convince me that doing something that's unethical is ethical, or it's somehow a good thing. If you want to not steal, but like if you want to watch the YouTube content without watching ads, go ahead and do it. Do it all you want. That's fine. I do it myself. You see me do it. I watch YouTube videos all the time. We never see ads. It's obvious that I'm okay with it. But why is it that you are constantly fixated on trying to get me to tell you that it's a good thing? It is the most cringe and embarrassing and pathetic thing, and I am so fucking sick of seeing it. No, it is not ethical to, because I don't want to partake in this monetization agreement, I'm just going to consume the content anyway and then not pay for it. If everybody did that, the website wouldn't exist and you wouldn't even be able to do it in the first place. You're just making up logic to justify doing something that you want to do. And that's totally fine. But don't go and sit around and act like you're some fucking revolutionary for it. You're not. You're just watching YouTube videos with no ads. It's the most cringe, annoying, fucking insufferable, entitled bullshit. And I am so sick of fucking seeing it. It is obnoxious as fuck, guys. Jesus Christ. Cut it the fuck out. God damn, Maldi? Yes, I am. I'm fucking tired of seeing this. I'm very annoyed. People always say it's ethical because it fits their agenda. Of course they do. It's like people illegally download movies and TV shows and think it's not stealing. So we talk about only YouTube. Many people have ad blocker disabled on YouTube alone. Let's say a site full of pirated content with hella ads. Yeah, I don't know about that. Let's see here. Let's pay for YouTube Red. Yeah, exactly. Stupid person pruning sessions at the start of your stream. It's crazy how many of them there are. I think a lot of people just didn't understand the situation. Bro, they understand it. They just don't want to. That's the difference. Don't you think giving ads an ethical basis is ridiculous? No. I go insane, so I have to explain the same thing over and over again. Not ethical any means. I don't care. Yeah, that's totally fine. I have no moral high ground. I just hate ads. Totally fine. Yep, totally justified. What's your opinion on YouTube owning search engine, video platform, ad company, email, phone company, and ISP? I think it's a big problem. It's a separate problem from this, though. Because you have big influence and you confirm his bullshit, suddenly he becomes a valid person. Yeah. People without ad blockers are really the reason why we still have good things. Yeah, that's just the truth. Like, if we didn't have ads on the websites, we wouldn't have the websites. That's just how it is. Grounded indeed. You don't exploit situations like 90% of people. Well, the reality for me is that I think that, like, as with everything, so what do you say to store mounts? Didn't WoW exist back before they existed? YouTube, same thing before modern ads. It's directly paying for someone's yacht. I'm just going to ban you. It's just, these people are just so stupid. They're so stupid, and I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of this. You ask them what they do for a living? Well, I think most of them don't do anything. You know, Starforge ads on YouTube? I should. That's a good idea. But no. Chat's fucking annoying today. The reason why is because, again, people come to me to, like, hear me talk about different topics, etc. But they're so angry that I'm not reinforcing what they believe. And so they just keep pushing and keep trying to, like, figure out a way to, like, you know, make some irrational justification for what they're doing, because they just can't come to terms with the fact that I'm not patting them on the back for doing something that's stupid. It's pathetic. It is. Yeah, they're begging for this validation, and they do it every day with this YouTube topic. Validate me, Andes. Yeah, it's just so fucking sad. People are free to hate ads, though, right? Of course they're free to hate ads. Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. People are mad that you're not their echo chamber. Yeah. And I'm one of the only, I bet, I'm probably one of the only content creators who's saying this, right? And a lot of other people are just shitting on YouTube. Of course, yeah. And most other people just go with the flow, and they just say what the people want to hear, and that's it. Actually, most don't even talk about the topic. Yep, for sure. All ads should be in a Snoop Gotcha ad. Yeah, for sure. Charlie Day meme, not forced to watch them. Linus says the same. He does, and he got a lot of shit for it, and I defended him. I did, because he was right. So if you were to have Starforge ads, would it piss you off that people are blocking ads that you pay to show? No. No, bro. Like, you're trying to turn this into some sort of, like, personal fucking agenda for me. Like, you're so, oh my God. Just give me a minute. Let me give me a minute. I'm about to lose my fucking, I need to go get a cookie. I'll be right back. That's gonna be malicious. For young people, it's a requirement to avoid this. I'm an instructor. I've always had students get ad blocker because kids are dumb. That's actually not, like, really. Oh, let me talk to this person first. So you're I'm not trying to turn it, just genuine question as a business owner. Sure. Okay, I'll answer your question authentically. So I actually want people to use ad block on YouTube if I'm putting ads up on YouTube. And let me explain why. Because people that use ad block, a greater percentage of those people will be people that ads will not work on. Now, a lot of people, ads work on them, because if they didn't work on them, then they wouldn't be using ads and the advertising industry wouldn't exist. So advertisements are extremely effective and very useful. So you talk about the idea of a target audience, right? So a target audience are the people that you want to advertise to the most often because they have the highest frequency of resulting in a sale through advertisement, naturally. So what that means is that if you have people that are able to filter themselves out of that target audience voluntarily, that means that you will never be paying, the chance of you paying for a view on an ad for somebody who's not going to buy it will be slightly lower. So it will actually increase the amount of chances and times that people will buy your product per 1,000 or 1 million views per ad if you remove probably the bottom like 5 or 10% of people that will never buy an ad, and that's why they have ad block. And also because YouTube AdSense doesn't charge you for an ad blocked view. So like if somebody has an ad block on and then I have an ad on there and they block the ad, I don't have to pay for that. So it actually makes me more money if people have ad blocker. Doing ads will continue to be the best way to monetize content with the upcoming generation of people being more tech savvy. Yeah, so ad block is justifiable. No. It's just, I'm gonna ban you. I'm just gonna ban that guy. Yeah, that's just a ban. I don't want to deal with that. Just a dumbass trying to do a gotcha. Okay, yeah, there we go. So yeah, does that make sense, my explanation of why a company would sometimes want ad block? That makes sense? Yeah, okay. So this person says, ads can be malicious for many young people. It's an requirement to avoid this. What do you think about that ethically? Do you think all ads are malicious, or do you think that some ads are malicious? This is going to be the last one, by the way. Then I want to look at something else. And then I want to do that dungeon. And wow, we're going to be doing dead mines today. Of course, not all ads, but you see them everywhere where they try to trick you to click them. Okay. So why is it not a solution for this problem? And okay, so actually, I agree with part of what you're saying, is that I actually think that malicious ads are massively problematic, and the companies should be held accountable for the malicious ads. But I disagree that people are using ad blocker because of the malicious ads. I think that if there were no malicious ads, people would still use ad blocker. I think that this is kind of like a justification, but it's actually not a reason. So while I agree, I think this is a big problem. I totally agree with you. I don't think that that's the reason why people do it. At what point is some ads too many? That's the decision for the customer to make. And whenever the customer decides that it's too many, they can make the decision to stop consuming the content. Sure, but that's why I do it for all my students. Theoretically, if there were no ads that weren't malicious, would you do it? I'm studying, they shouldn't be watching ads? Yeah, for sure. Let's see what he says. Yes, but that seems like something harder to attain than the internet overall. So you would still do it. So what you're saying is that you would still have them do ad block, even if there were no malicious ads. I just think he misspoke. That's the thing. That's why I'm clarifying. I want to make sure. So, like, would you use ad block or would you not use ad block if there were theoretically no malicious ads? No, I'm saying I would not have them. I would not have them if there weren't malicious ads. Okay, but that's impossible, right? Okay, so that's impossible. It's impossible to not have malicious ads. Well, why is it, I see what you're saying, but, like, why is it not okay for them to just buy YouTube Premium? Like, if they are consuming a service, because you view one part of that service as unethical, for example, or malicious, why is it okay then for them to steal it without paying for it through another avenue? Over the entire internet, my students don't just use YouTube. But you have them install ad blocker on every single website, right? And you're not able, like, and you obviously don't know that every single website that you are that you're having them use is having malicious ads, right? Like, I'm sure there are websites that they use that don't have malicious ads. So you're talking about all ads. I'm talking about YouTube ads. Like, we can talk about every other ad. I'm talking about YouTube. Why did they have the right to use YouTube without paying for it? Sure, they're still bad on YouTube too. Yeah, but why do they have the right to use YouTube without paying for it? A strange tale to die on unless you're playing devil's advocate? No, I'm not. I think that actually this is a much bigger problem that a lot of people in society have, where because they feel like they are morally justified for something, they're able to forego the existing social constructs in order to get what they want without following the rules. And this is something that happens all over the world, or all over in society, I mean. Like, another example of this is the people that stand in the front of traffic, right? They block traffic because they feel like they are justified and morally aggrieved enough that they think that they can just ignore the rules because the rules aren't fair. I think it is fundamentally the same thing. Use uBlock yourself. Why don't you surf the internet and get blasted with ads? Because I don't want to see ads. I am participating in and part of an unethical system that is costing these companies money, and I don't care. If I thought I could steal a TV from Walmart and get away with it, I'd steal the TV from Walmart. My mom said that she was happy that the riots in 2020 happened whenever I was older, because if I was a kid, whenever they happened, I'd be looting. And she was right. So just allow kids to not have to deal with ads. I'm not sure. Ethically, is it okay to sell goofy stuff to kids? No, I don't know. But what I'm saying is that why does somebody have a right to use YouTube without paying for it? It's actually a very simple question. Why does somebody have a right to use YouTube without paying for it? A lot of companies use YouTube to host their videos and instructions, which I don't have an alternative option for. YouTube has placed itself in a monopoly. A lot of companies use YouTube to host their videos and instructions because I don't have an alternative option for. If there are instructional videos and those instructional videos have ads, those ads were placed there by the creator. The creator placed those ads there, not YouTube. The instances where YouTube places ads against the creator's consent or without the creator's consent are whenever copyrighted music is, or copyrighted content is part of the video. And they do that in order to recoup that money to give it to the copyright owner. Not always. No, it's true. That's false. Okay, what are the other exceptions? No, you're wrong. No need for exception. You're illiterate. Again. The chatter's trying to prove you wrong whenever they're not even partnered on YouTube. If they don't, it's a private service. So I'll give you an example. I also use AdBlock, but I'm also aware ethically I don't stand on any high ground. I just don't like ads. I just prefer children to not have to deal with them at all. Let them be adults first and let them make poor choices. Well, why not? Well, so if the problem is that there is an adult website out there, why wouldn't the solution be just don't go to the adult website? Like, I don't understand this. Like, you're making a for the kids argument, but there are a lot of videos that are way more harmful than the ads. What are you on about? What I'm saying is that if this person views YouTube as not being safe for kids, why are the kids going to YouTube? Why are you letting the kids go to YouTube if you think it's not safe for them? And also, it's clear that this person doesn't really believe that this is... They're creating a theoretical argument to justify their own behavior. They also use AdBlock. So they're trying to come up with this is another person creating a moral justification for something that they are doing. And they're trying to create some sort of weird fucking reason why it's okay. It's so fucking annoying. So let me go back to my other point, okay? And I'm going to go over to my channel here. Failing miserable. Yeah, it's just crazy, man. It is so sad. Wouldn't you agree that there would be fewer installs of uBlock overall if there were fewer and less intrusive ads? Yeah, I think so. But I don't think that that means that the ad block people are in the wrong. So we're going to go ahead and open up this video. So this is a video that I did on YouTube, and I have a non-partner channel. And as you can see, at no point in the video, I'm watching on incognito, right? Which doesn't have, I don't think it has the extensions, right? Does it have them turned on? Let me make sure they're not turned on. Okay, I'm going to turn them off. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah, now they should be turned off. Okay. So you can see right here that there are ads being shown on YouTube. And so this is a video that I have for 3 million views. There's no ads. And we'll go ahead and we'll look at a couple of other ones. Blizzard. No ads. And there's no ads. Teacher ban? Well, he clearly had an agenda, and he was creating a moral argument for something that's not even his point. TikTok and YouTube are bad for kids? Yeah. That's I agree. You probably shouldn't have your kids going on there all the time, unsupervised. The internet is, yeah. I think the idea that it's okay to steal things because some of that stuff is bad is very bad logic. So, anyway, the point that I'm making is that if advertisements appear on YouTube on a video, it's because the content creator put them there. Now, the exception for that is with copyrighted material. So if there's copyrighted material that's found on a YouTube video, then YouTube will put ads on the video to compensate the copyright holder. That's not true anymore? Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It is true. I'm showing you that it's true with my channel that's not partnered. I'll pick a random video. First impressions with Shadowlands. No ads on the video at all. Nothing. But only if you monetize your video, yes. It's crazy how I can have a sea of no's from all people that have no experience and no knowledge in YouTube. And then I can show them direct evidence that disproves their opinion. And the confirmation bias is so strong for them that they are willing to double down on something that is verifiably false. They are looking at it and it is not real. And they can say, no, I'm wrong. It's sad. YouTube may also place ads on videos and channels that are not in the partner program. Is this really your argument? You are so stupid. It is sad. It is so sad that you're so stupid. Of course they have that. For people that are posting things that are copyrighted. You're not disproving me, you're agreeing with me. Jesus Christ. I don't think it's that deep for most of us. I didn't care less about being wrong. I only think I care about living life my way. Well, absolutely. Chatter's so stupid. I know. And this is the thing, is that it's rude? No, the person was rude by being stupid. I didn't want to see their message. They're stupid. And they're trying to argue with me on the basis of something that's not true that they don't understand. No, I have no right. They have no right to be heard, for me to listen to them. Question here, what happens if someone claims DMCA for a video? It goes through the YouTube non-existing moderation. Are ads going to be put in the video then? I don't know. I can't answer that. I'm not sure. The question here is, why are you giving pokey vibes? Because fucking corporation is getting even bigger? You're stupid. You're banned. It's just sad, man. Some of these people, it's generally sad. People want to delude themselves into thinking they have moral superiority instead of acknowledging something they are doing, something unethical for their own benefit. Exactly. And I will never, ever compromise that. You are never going to bully me into patting you on the back for doing something and, you know, telling you that you're actually the correct moral person for doing this. This will never happen. And I know there are going to be people that will fucking hate me for it, and I don't care. Because at the end of the day, what's the most important thing for me is to do the things and say the things that I fucking think and that I believe. And that's what I think, that's what I believe. And the difference between me and these other people is that I can prove it logically, and all they have are anecdotes that are based off of a Reddit user that nobody else was able to confirm. It is absolutely disgusting and sad, the amount of confirmation bias and cognitive dissonance that people use in order to justify bad behavior and self-indulgent behavior on the internet. It is one of the biggest problems in society now, is that people are entitled to everything. They are massively self-indulgent, and to the extent that anybody questions that, they act like they're being attacked. This is one of the most annoying things in society right now. And it's happening with people standing in roads. It's happening with people with this ad block situation. It's happening with people stealing things from stores. People constantly think that they have the moral justification and are constantly looking for the moral justification to do things that are bad. Stop justifying bad behavior. It is exhausting for me to see so many people that they can watch one person, you know, do something bad, like, for example, like standing in the middle of the road and blocking traffic, and totally agree with me. But whenever it's their thing that they're taking advantage of unethically, somehow now this is totally different. It's because these people have no real principles. They have no values. They don't think about things logically. They just decide what they want, and then they work backwards from that to justify it. It is exhausting. It's what our entire culture is now, and all it does is make everything worse. That's it. No real opinions. Yeah, everyone wants to be Robin Hood. Yeah, that's what I think. First world privilege. Yeah. I don't think you should need a justification. The only thing that should matter is, am I okay with doing that? That's totally fine. Yeah, I agree with you. Narcissism is a sickness over the last 5 years. Yes, people are so narcissistic. It's just insane. So just double standards. Yeah, people have massive double standards. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Hasn't it always been like this? I think so, but it's gotten a lot worse. I think it has gotten a lot worse. Let's remember, people have the right to use YouTube without paying. Do you think people also have the right to use, example, Google search engine without paying? Sure, yeah, I don't know. If a structural slowdown is a form of protest, is fine. Okay, well, next time you get in an ambulance ride or you need to go to the hospital, I hope somebody slows that down for you. And then maybe you'll change your mind. Maybe you just won't get there fast enough and you die. Or somebody you care about dies. It's just like such a stupid argument. It's just crazy how dumb people are. Like, it honestly, like, at a certain point, it does really kind of black pill me. It does. You don't think it's partially a perception issue? No, I don't think so. Comparing crime to an ad blocker? Yeah. There's no accountability in the internet? Yeah, I know. Are you arguing with idiots trying to convince them? Because the reason why I do it is because I think that there are people out there that will listen to what I'm saying and they see my perspective and it's valuable. And also, I view this as like a huge problem. This is a huge problem in society and I see it everywhere. Whether it's in a video game, whether it's in real life, whether it's in politics, whether it's in everything. And I find it to be massively corrosive. And I think that the biggest issue is, yeah, you're right. It's like it has a narcissistic core to it. From perspective, yeah, I think there's a lot of people that that agree with me for that. I agree it's also a perception issue. Bans flying at Christmas. Yeah, I just started banning people. Like, I don't want to go and, like, argue with every person who's, stupid, who's mad at me for saying something. It's a waste of my fucking time. But yeah, Asmongold's perfectly fine. Just don't pretend you're doing it for the right thing. Yeah, exactly. Are people inherently selfish? Oh yeah, I think so. Remember when people agree with you, they tend to not be as active in chat as those who disagree. Yeah, I know. You broadcast something publicly, people can consume it however they want. People have subverted ads since radio and TV. People can, you can do whatever you want. I don't have a problem with people doing something. Of course you can do something, but doesn't mean it's the right thing to do. Who should agree or disagree? No point in convincing me. Well, the difference with that is that, like, I have no problem listening to what other people have to say, and I've spent, like, probably an hour doing that now. I've wasted an hour of my time listening to stupid people with stupid arguments that are completely thoughtless and totally self-serving. But, probably more. Yeah, stun lock for 2 hours. Yeah, I spent 2 hours on this.